If you saw a hotel on a deserted road at 2 a.m., a hotel that had supposedly burned down 20 years ago, would you go inside? It was 2 a.m. Heavy rain pounded against the windshield. Thunder echoed through the mountains. Arjun was driving alone along a deserted road. No traffic, no lights, no signs of civilization. Just darkness. Endless darkness. Then suddenly, his car died. The engine went silent. The headlights flickered, and everything around him disappeared into blackness. He grabbed his phone. No signal, not even one bar. Great, he muttered. Then he noticed something in the distance. A faint light, barely visible through the rain. A hotel. An old hotel. Its neon sign flickered weakly. Hotel Silence. Something about the name felt wrong, unnatural, like a warning. But Arjun had no choice, so he stepped inside. The lobby was empty, silent, too silent. No music, no guests, no sound except the ticking of an old grandfather clock. Tick, tick, tick. Behind the reception desk sat an old man. His skin was pale, his face expressionless, and his eyes completely white. No pupils, no color, just white. Without looking up, he spoke. "Need a room?" Arjun nodded. The old man slowly reached beneath the desk. "There is only one room available." He placed a key on the counter. Room 307. Then his smile disappeared. "Listen carefully. No matter what you hear tonight, do not leave your room. Do not open the door. Not for anyone." Arjun laughed nervously. The warning sounded ridiculous. He grabbed the key and headed upstairs. The third-floor hallway stretched endlessly before him. Every door was closed, every light dim. The air felt cold, dead. Room 307. He unlocked the door. Inside was a simple room, an old bed, a wooden wardrobe, a cracked mirror. A single window overlooking the storm. Nothing unusual. Exhausted, Arjun collapsed onto the bed. And eventually, he fell asleep. At exactly 3 a.m., he woke up. Someone was crying. A woman. Soft, distant, heartbreaking. At first, he ignored it, but the crying grew louder and louder and louder, until it became screaming. The sound seemed to come from right outside his room. Arjun stood, slowly walked toward the door. His hand touched the handle. Then he remembered the old man's warning. Do not open the door. He stepped back. A few minutes later, knock, knock, knock. His blood ran cold. Someone was outside. Then a woman's voice whispered, "Please, help me. Open the door." She sounded terrified, desperate, broken. For a moment, Arjun almost opened it. Then he noticed something strange. The voice didn't sound human. It sounded like something pretending to be human, trying to imitate one. Arjun backed away. Suddenly the voice changed. Its tone became deeper, angrier, violent. "Open the door! Let me in!" The entire door shook. Bang! 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 Then, silence. Complete silence. The rest of the night passed painfully slow. Arjun never slept again. At sunrise, he rushed downstairs. The old receptionist was waiting, as if he already knew. Arjun told him everything. The crying, the knocking, the voice. The old man listened quietly, then whispered, "You survived." Arjun frowned. Survived what? The old man slid an old newspaper clipping across the desk. The headline read, "Young woman murdered inside hotel. Silence. Body never found." According to the article, for years guests staying in room 307 reported hearing a woman begging for help. Anyone who opened the door vanished, never seen again. Arjun felt sick. He immediately left. His car started on the first try, as if nothing had ever been wrong. Relieved, he drove away. Then he looked into the rearview mirror. A girl sat in the back seat. Long black hair, pale skin, pitch black eyes. Arjun spun around. The seat was empty. He looked back into the mirror. The girl was closer, much closer. Smiling. A smile far too wide to be human. Arjun screamed, lost control, and the car plunged off the cliff. The next morning, police found the wreckage, but Arjun's body was gone. Inside the car, there was only one thing: an old hotel key, 307. And that's when the investigation truly began, because the police soon discovered something impossible. Hotel Silence had burned down 20 years earlier. The hotel no longer existed. Only a ruined shell remained. Yet somehow, people still checked in. And nobody ever checked out. 7 days later, Detective Vikram Singh entered the ruins. Hidden beneath the ashes, he discovered an old guest registry. Every guest's name was recorded, and on the final page, written in fresh ink, were the words, "Arjun Room 307. Below it was a single sentence, "Checkout, never." And from that moment, Vikram's nightmare began. Detective Vikram Singh stared at the final entry. Arjun, room 307. Checkout, never. The ink was still wet, as if someone had written it only minutes ago. But that was impossible. The hotel had burned down 20 years earlier. Vikram closed the registry. His hands were shaking. Then he heard something. A sound. Above him. Footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Thump. 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 Vikram froze. The hotel only had 3 floors, so who was walking above him? And where? He switched on his flashlight. The beam swept across the ruined hallway. Burned walls, collapsed ceilings, rotting wood. Then he noticed something strange. A staircase, hidden behind a collapsed wall, covered in ash. According to the original blueprints, that staircase shouldn't exist. Yet there it was, leading upward to a place the hotel was never supposed to have. A 4th floor. The air grew colder as Vikram climbed. Each step creaked beneath his boots. The darkness above seemed endless. Then suddenly, the staircase ended, and Vikram found himself standing in a perfectly preserved hallway. No fire damage, no dust, no decay. Everything looked brand new, as if the hotel had never burned at all. A chandelier glowed softly overhead. The wallpaper was fresh, the carpet spotless. But something felt wrong, terribly wrong. Every room door was open, and inside each room, people were sleeping. Dozens of them. Men, women, children, all sleeping peacefully, as though trapped inside a dream. Vikram stepped into one room. A man lay on the bed, motionless. Beside him was an old suitcase. The luggage tag read, "Another room, a woman." Her suitcase read, "Another room, another." Vikram's blood turned to ice. These weren't hotel guests. These were the missing people. Every person who had disappeared from Hotel Silence, still here, still sleeping, still trapped. Then every sleeper opened their eyes at once. Hundreds of eyes staring directly at him, without blinking, without moving, without breathing. Then together they whispered, "Leave before she sees you." The lights instantly went out. Darkness swallowed everything. And from somewhere deep inside the hallway, a woman laughed. A horrible laugh. The same woman from room 307. Only now, she sounded much closer, much stronger, and very hungry. Vikram ran. The hallway seemed to stretch forever. Doors multiplied around him, the walls twisted, the ceiling bent unnaturally. Reality itself was changing. Then he saw her, standing at the far end of the corridor. The woman. Long black hair, broken neck, pale skin, black eyes. A smile that split her face from ear to ear. She pointed toward a single door. "Room 404. And then she vanished. The door slowly creaked open, waiting, inviting him inside. Against every instinct, Vikram entered. And immediately regretted it, because room 404 wasn't a room. It was a prison. A prison hidden outside reality itself, and inside, someone was waiting. Part 3. The Keeper of Room 404. The door slammed shut behind him. Bang! The sound echoed endlessly, as if the room had no walls, no ceiling, no end. Vikram looked around. Darkness. Infinite darkness. Then thousands of hotel room doors appeared around him, floating, suspended in empty space. Hundreds, thousands, millions. Every door carried a number, and all of them were shaking violently, as though something inside was trying to escape. Then a voice spoke. "Welcome." Vikram turned. A tall man stood behind him, dressed in an old hotel manager's uniform. His face was hidden beneath shadow. Only his smile was visible. An impossibly wide smile. "Who are you?" Vikram asked. The man bowed politely. "I am the keeper, the first owner of Hotel Silence, the first prisoner." Vikram's stomach dropped. The keeper continued. 20 years ago, the hotel burned, but the fire didn't destroy it. It fed it. Something beneath this mountain awakened, and the hotel became a doorway, a trap, a place that exists between worlds. The floating doors began shaking harder. Screams echoed from within them. Thousands of screams. Thousands of trapped souls. The keeper smiled. "Every guest who enters belongs to the hotel, forever." Vikram slowly backed away. Then he noticed something. One door, different from the others. Bright, glowing. The number on it read 000. What is that? For the first time, the keeper looked afraid. Do not open that door. Vikram immediately knew. That was exactly the door he needed. He sprinted toward it. The keeper screamed. The floating doors exploded open. Thousands of pale hands reached out, trying to grab him, trying to pull him into eternal darkness. But Vikram reached door 000 and opened it. A blinding white light erupted. The entire fourth floor began collapsing. The keeper shrieked. The woman from room 307 appeared, her body tearing apart. The trapped souls began waking. For the first time in decades, they were free. The hotel shook violently. Walls cracked. Reality itself split apart.